What if I told you that in one small Japanese village, 92-year-old Hiroshi still climbs mountains every weekend, while his 78-year-old neighbor Keiko tends her garden without any back pain? Here's the shocking truth. It's not genetics. It's not some miracle supplement. It's 5 simple movements they do every single morning that take less than 8 minutes total. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what they are and how to do them in your own living room. I'm from joyful later years, and for the past 15 years, I've been studying why Japanese seniors stay active and independent well into their 90s, while many Americans struggle with mobility by age 70. What I discovered will challenge everything you think you know about aging and exercise. In Japan, there are over 86,000 people over 100 years old who are still living independently. Compare that to the US, where the average person becomes sedentary at 66 and spends their final years dependent on others. But here's what's fascinating. The difference isn't what you'd expect. It's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. In fact, most Japanese elders have never set foot in a gym. The secret lies in 5 specific postures that have been passed down through generations. Movements so simple that a 90-year-old can do them, yet so powerful that they address the root causes of age-related decline. And the best part? You already have everything you need to start today. But before I reveal these movements, let me share something that might surprise you. Most Western exercise programs actually accelerate aging in seniors. They focus on high-impact movements that wear down joints and create inflammation. The Japanese approach is completely different. They work with your body's natural design, not against it. Movement 1, Shikodachi, the foundation builder. The first movement is called Shikodachi, which translates to sumo stance. Now, before you say, I can't do sumo wrestling, hear me out. This isn't about becoming a sumo wrestler. It's about awakening muscles that modern life has put to sleep. Here's how Martha, a 73-year-old from Ohio, describes it. I couldn't get out of my chair without using my arms. After just 2 weeks of Shikodachi, I'm popping up like I'm 50 again. How to do it. Stand with your feet wide apart, about twice shoulder width. Turn your toes outward at a 45-degree angle, like you're a penguin waddling. Now slowly lower your hips as if you're sitting between your legs. Keep your back straight, chest open, and hands on your thighs for support. Here's the magic. This position activates more muscle fibers in your legs than regular squats. It targets your quadriceps, glutes, and inner thigh muscles, the exact muscles you need for getting out of chairs, climbing stairs, and maintaining balance. Start with just 20-30 seconds. If you feel unstable, hold on to a sturdy chair. The most common mistake is arching your lower back. Keep that spine neutral. But here's what's really fascinating about this movement. Movement 2, Nekoashi-dachi, the Balance Awakener. The second movement is Nekoashi-dachi, or cat foot stance. This elegant position comes from traditional karate and addresses something most people over 50 struggle with, but rarely talk about: balance and stability. Think about it. When was the last time you stood on one foot? If you can't remember, you're not alone. But here's the scary truth. Poor balance is the #1 predictor of falls in seniors. The setup: stand with one foot forward. But here's the key. You're only going to rest the ball of your front foot on the ground, just like a cat testing a surface with its paw. Your back foot stays planted, supporting about 70% of your weight. Both knees slightly bent, hips facing forward. This might feel awkward at first, and that's exactly the point. This movement forces your neglected stabilizer muscles to wake up and work. Your ankle muscles, deep hip stabilizers, and core all coordinate to keep you balanced. What's remarkable is how it strengthens the intrinsic muscles of your feet, the small muscles that create your arch and provide stability. Modern shoes have weakened these muscles, but Nekoashi-dachi brings them back to life. Practice next to a wall initially. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds each side. As 81-year-old Frank told me, I used to wobble putting on my socks. Now I can stand on one foot and tie my shoes without thinking about it. But we're just getting started. Movement 3, Seiza, the posture restorer. Movement 3 is Seiza, which means proper sitting. This traditional Japanese position has been practiced for over 600 years during tea ceremonies and meditation. Here's the reality about posture after 50. It's not about sitting up straight or pulling your shoulders back. Real posture comes from the ground up. The position, kneel on the floor with your knees together. Fold your feet so the tops are flat on the ground, toes pointing backward. Slowly lower your hips until you're sitting on your heels. Your spine should be naturally erect, not forced, but naturally tall. Seiza does something remarkable. It deeply stretches your quadriceps and hip flexors, the muscles that get chronically tight from sitting in chairs all day. When these muscles are tight, they pull your pelvis forward and create that hunched over posture we associate with aging. But Seiza also activates your deep core muscles and spine stabilizers. Unlike sitting in a chair where your back muscles relax and weaken, this position requires active engagement from your postural muscles. If this feels intense on your knees, place a firm cushion between your heels and hips. Start with 30 seconds to 1 minute. You can practice while watching TV or reading. Eleanor, age 76, says, "My grandchildren used to tease me about being a question mark because I was so hunched over. Now they ask me how I got so tall." Movement 4, Zazen, the Core Awakener. Movement 4 is Zazen, meaning seated meditation. This isn't just meditation, it's a powerful isometric posture that Zen monks have used for centuries to develop both mental and physical strength. Most core exercises completely miss the deep stabilizers that actually matter for daily life. This movement targets them directly. The setup: sit on the floor with your legs crossed. If you can manage it, try lotus position with each foot on the opposite thigh, but simple cross-legged works too. The key is your spine position. Imagine an invisible string pulling the top of your head or head toward the ceiling. Shoulders relaxed, chin slightly tucked. Zazen deeply engages the spine stabilizing muscles, particularly the multifidus and transverse abdominis. Your core activates to maintain the upright position while your legs experience intense stretching. Recent neuroscience studies show that Zazen combined with conscious breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, reducing cortisol and promoting cellular regeneration. Start with 5 to 10 minutes using a firm cushion under your hips. Focus on breathing deeply while maintaining that tall spine. As you progress, work up to 20 minutes daily. Movement 5, Kibadachi, the Powerhouse. Our fifth movement, Kibadachi or horse riding stance, might be the most challenging, yet also the most rewarding. This position was used by samurai to build incredible leg strength for battle. The position your feet parallel, about shoulder width plus another foot wider. Bend your knees and lower your hips as if sitting in an invisible chair. Feet pointing forward, back straight, core engaged. Kibadachi works your quadriceps, adductors, abductors, glutes, and hip stabilizers simultaneously. It develops lateral stability, something we often neglect but desperately need. Biomechanical studies show this posture improves balance and proprioception, reducing fall risk significantly. Start with 20 to 30 seconds, building to 1-2 minutes. Japanese martial arts masters can hold this for 5 minutes or more. Robert, 69, shared, "I used to dread going up and down stairs. My knees would ache for hours. After adding Kibadachi to my routine, I'm taking stairs 2 at a time again." The integration, putting it all together. Now here's how to combine these movements into a routine that actually fits your real life. The Japanese have proven that consistency beats intensity every single time. You don't need a gym membership or special equipment, just 6 to 8 minutes and some floor space. Morning sequence, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Seiza to wake up your posture muscles. 1 minute. Zazen to activate your core and center your mind. 30 seconds. Nekoashi-dachi, each side for balance. Evening sequence, 4 minutes. 1 minute. Shikodachi to open tight hips. 1 minute. Kibadachi for leg strength. 2 minutes. Wall squat. Bonus movement for progress tracking. This final wall squat integrates everything. Back against a wall, slide down to 90 degrees, like sitting in an invisible chair. This becomes your progress marker. As you get stronger, you'll hold it longer. Week 1 to 2, focus on learning positions correctly. Week 3-4, add 15 to 30 seconds to each hold. Month 2+, add variations and increase challenge. And remember the Japanese concept of Kaizen. continuous small improvements. Some days you'll feel strong, other days just maintaining the basics is perfect. The bigger picture and call to action. The Japanese didn't discover a magical fountain of youth. They simply never stopped moving in ways that support their body's natural design. These 5 movements aren't just exercises, they're a return to how your body was meant to function. The difference between aging with strength and independence versus declining into frailty often comes down to small daily choices. These movements are your daily choice to age on your own terms. Your assignment? Pick just one movement and try it for 30 seconds right now. I'll wait. Done? Great. Notice how your body feels different already? If this video helped you see aging in a new light, hit that like button, subscribe to Joyful Later Years, and ring the notification bell. We're building a community of people who refuse to accept that decline is inevitable. Drop a comment below and tell me which movement you're most excited to try. I read every single comment and often reply with specific tips for your situation. And if you found these Japanese secrets helpful, sharing this video with a friend who needs to see this would mean the world to me. Keep moving, keep growing, and remember, your most joyful years don't have to be behind you.